SchoolVision's new and improved 2017 features for your biometric time clock and attendance. Your time clock. You can still message and send alerts to students from your back office computers. They will see those alerts displayed on the time clock when they clock in or clock out. You can allow the student to view total hours every time they clock out for the day. That really helps them stay on track and know exactly how many hours they have. You can now check right from the time clock what students are clocked in and what students are clocked out. You can allow the students to check this information as well or keep it reserved to your admin staff. You can enroll fingerprints from your time clock and filter out what students have already been enrolled so that you have a shorter, easier list to navigate. You'll still be able to manage your time clock, enter program schedules, create time clock rules. If you wanted to prevent students from clocking in during a specific time frame, you can do that. You can set up rounding rules, so if you wanted your time to round to the nearest minute, to the 15 minutes, or allow them to clock in a lot sooner, but yet still round it on over to their start time, you can set that up. If your courses are entered into the system, then the system will automatically know when somebody's tardy or absent, and you'll have all of those reports to review. And of course, you can still require lunch breaks or breaks after a certain amount of time that they're clocked in. In your time tab from your back office computer, you'll be able to still come in here and view and manage all of your time. Now you can see all of your ins, outs, breaks, and total hours in one column, and that really allows you to easily review the entire time for the day, for that specific day, and approve it. You can easily track the edits and removals because you'll see a strike out on top of any removals. You can see any edits, and a lot of the items here are color coordinated, and that'll allow you to really know what's been approved, what hasn't been approved, what is an excused absence versus an unexcused absence, and so on. You can add and edit and remove time, track your absences. The system will automatically know when somebody's absent if the course's schedule are entered into the system. But if you wanted to track whether that was an unexcused or an excused absence, you can come in here and add it. You can add notes and time entries and edits for in here. So if you were making any edits and you wanted to notate the reason why, you can come in here and enter those notes. You can easily see who's clocked in. It'll default to only show you everyone that's in your building. You can easily click the time clock report and print out a list of everybody that's currently clocked in. And of course, you can still approve all of your time. It is now an easier format to look at and review before approving. You can approve your time before exporting it on over to any eligible software that you're using with GasVision. The student administration area, so when you go to your student manager admin tab here, now you have an attendance tab for each individual student, which is really neat. You can do everything that you can from your original time tab, but now you have it here for each student. So when you're looking somebody up, you can easily go to the attendance tab, see their total cumulative hours, total hours for a specific time parameter, add items, remove items. If you needed to add a cumulative time from when you first got the software transitioned over, or subtract time, you can do that right in there as well as print out a time clock report right from your student admin area while you're reviewing information with them or while you're reviewing that individual student. You'll also have a notes tab in here, which you already have, but now when you come in here and add any notes or if there's any modifications made, you'll be able to have a date and time stamp here so that you can always go back and see exactly when that note was made, what time that note was made. If secured, you can also track to see who made that note and see exactly what employee came on here and added that note. So if you are meeting with a student and wanted to notate a few things on here, you can then go ahead and click add note, and that'll add your date and timestamp as well as the employee that entered that information there for you. In the same area here, now you can deactivate students and have an actual reason why you deactivate them. That's really going to allow you to have reports and track exactly how many drops, how many folks are on a leave of absence, and how many folks are graduating or maybe have just left the school for different reasons. So you can edit and manage those reasons why, and GasVision is going to allow you to terminate them, deactivate them, and select the reason why. In the same area here, you can also deactivate multiple students at a time instead of going one by one. So if you have a group of students that are graduating, you can then go to mass terminate, select the students, and choose the reason why you are deactivating them. As well as reassigning courses. So when you're moving a group of students from phase 1 to phase 2 or from one course to another course, if there's more than one, now you can select a group of them and switch them on over to the other course all at the same time instead of doing it one at a time. You can enter and manage dates, important dates such as your holidays, school schedules, start and end date, and that will really allow you to have projection graduation dates and be able to run reports to evaluate that information and those course schedules to apply to those holidays that you're honoring or any days that your school will be closed.